It is my honor and great pleasure to introduce University Professor Emeritus Geoffrey Hinton, 2024 Nobel Laureate in Physics. Professor Hinton, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm still slightly in shock. I got a phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning in California. I thought about whether I should answer it or not, and luckily I decided I would see who was calling. And I was extremely surprised to get the Nobel Prize in Physics. I never expected that. I think of the prize as a recognition of a large community of people who worked on neural networks for many years before they worked really well. I'd particularly like to acknowledge my two main mentors, David Rumelhart, with whom I worked on the backpropagation algorithm. David died of a nasty brain disease quite young, but for that, he would be here instead of me. And my colleague Terry Sinofsky, who I worked with a lot in the 1980s on Boltzmann machines, and who taught me a lot about the brain. I'd also like to acknowledge my students. I was particularly fortunate to have many very clever students, much cleverer than me, who actually made things work. They've gone on to do great things. I'm particularly proud of the fact that one of my students fired Sam Altman. And I think I'd better leave it there and leave it for questions.
Thank you so much, Jeff. We will now take questions from members of the media, and I invite my colleagues